Hey guys, JH. I haven't said for a long time, but guys and gals, we've got some ladies that, or girls that look at the site, and we do become very chauvinistic, don't we, on occasions, but not deliberately. Okay guys, now what today's video is again revision, refining, fine-tuning of channel lock, but today is what I'm going to term giving you some easy nice cherries for the channel lock cake, some easy nice reward cherries for the channel lock case, and a couple of things that just make the golf swing easy in terms of a thought process and a knock-on effect mechanical result. Okay, now the first thing is, after we've established our address position here, the backswing, there are a lot of backswing thoughts for a lot of people. I've got a specific one in that I lag load the club going back, and I feel the club always very heavy and it lagging behind my hand, so it'll come back here and then automatically throw itself into a cock position at the top of the swing. Now that's not for everybody. Some people take it back and place it there. And other people will turn their hips and do all sorts of things and have a myriad of thoughts to execute and complete the backswing. Now guys, something that I used to use just in my general teaching over the years with thousands of people, just to uncomplicate the backswing and to take away from the need to apply a huge amount of mechanical thought process applications. This is what I call automatically creating the angles and the mechanics that you want as a resultant of a very simplistic thought application. And that is, guys, a simplistic thought application is this. In the backswing, just do whatever you've got to do in the backswing to get the golf club head to point at the target. There. Even if it's there. But the thought is that we want the club head to just point at the target. What have you got to do in your golf swing to get it to do just that? To do just that. Now I promise you guys, whatever you have to do in order to achieve that configuration of backswing and mechanics and placement of the golf club will be the absolute perfect requirement mechanically and anatomically that you need to apply in the golf swing, in the backswing. But the amazing thing with that, just that simplistic thought process, is you don't have to go through all the machination thinking of all those positions and processes to achieve that. Because I promise you, if the golf club is pointing there parallel to the target line here, that's where it should be, and the body has done its job in getting the club into the correct position. It's that simplistic, guys. It's that simplistic. It's basically just this. Just point the club at the target. Now a lot goes on there mechanically and anatomically, but I'm not thinking about that, and I don't have to think about that, more to the point. That's the great thing about it. Just the thought process of putting this in a specific position does all that for me. Now if you've gone down the road with channel lock and you've been learning channel lock to date, you've put in a lot of hard work, and you've probably got to the stage where you've got a reasonably proficient channel lock process. Well, now's the time to have a little bit of enjoyment with it and just ease off the multitude thinking and the difficulty of multitude thinking in this golf swing. We've got our geometry now, we've got our protocols. All we need to do now is just get this to work for us in the easiest possible way. And that is, and I don't even know what I'm doing. Oh, get away. Oh, get away. These big attack flies here. Get away. They're just unbelievable. They're so big, get away. They're so big, guys, that they get landing instructions here from the airport. They come up on radar. They're massive, and if they bite you, wow. They're big. They're a mutation of a march fly. And we don't even know where they've come from, but they're huge. They're an inch long. And I'm a big pussycat anyway. I hate flying insects. Okay, so this is the easy part now. We've got our backswing established. Okay, just point the club at the target. What could be easier than that? Point the club at the target. Just do that. Just try it. Just point the club at the target. Get someone to stand behind you and make sure that you're not doing that or that. Just think it's pointing at the target parallel to the target line. One railway line and we're on the other. It's simple. Now the other simple thing, the other big cherry for as a reward, the other big cherry, and in order to get the layback in the golf swing, oh, look at this thing. Get away! Oh, this is unbelievable. They're man-eating, absolutely man-eating insects. Australia's got everything out here that can kill you or maim you. We've got the most venomous snakes in the world, the most venomous sharks, sea urchins, everything. It's completely zapped my concentration. Okay. Normally you see those flies. Now, this could be something that I really should address. You normally see those flies congregating around horse manure and cow manure. Now they're drawn to those for a reason. Maybe, JH, you've got to look at something. Okay. Now this is the big, easy cherry. How do we get the layback easily? Here. What does that look like? I'll tell you what it looks like. I'll tell you what it feels like. It looks like and it feels like I'm just hitting straight up in the air. Count Yogi. And something that I used to do, guys, with people in general teaching, whenever I got even good players that used to come to me, you know, even you know, secondary tour players and even a well-known Australian tour player once came to me, and he had a real bout of, you know, really strong hooking. And I got him to do one thing. I said, what I want you to do, see that cloud up there? And there was a cloud up there. I said, I want you to try and hit your driver over that cloud. He said, what do you mean? He said, how would I do that? I said, just, you've got to hit the ball as high as you possibly can, don't you? He said, well, I would if I was to hit it over that. I said, so what do you got to do that? He said, to do that, he said, I've got to do that. I said, buddy, and I'm not going to say his name, I said, buddy, that's exactly right. If you just think about nothing else but hitting as high as you can in a golf swing and hitting up, you get this configuration in your body. You get shoulders that are square to closed, and you've got a golf club that will track on that plane there, and you'll get a face orientation that will do that. Will do square to release instead of out, down, over, trap and hook. You cannot get over the ball or get excessively inside it if you think hit up. That's all it is. It's as simplistic as that. Watch Colin Montgomery if you want to see the simplicity of that. That's what Colin Montgomery does. And he was one of the great ball strikers, still is. And won European money list and Order of Merit for 7 years in a row. It's never been done. He did it at a period when everybody was playing. So guys, what is it? It's this. Now if I think about doing that, see how it pushes me back? If I think about doing that. There. That's all I got to do. Get back here. Get here. Look where the hands are. The good thing is that the hands finish in front of the body, guys. They don't finish over here, and the trail shoulder doesn't roll over here. And the hands don't roll over there. They don't do that. We're just going to hit, as Count Yogi would say, up the arrow line of flight. Look where the arms and hands are here, guy. Look at that. They're not over here. The shoulder hasn't rolled, that lead shoulder. This is 6-iron, guys. That's gone as high as a wedge, but it's gone miles. Absolute miles. Because it's got so much hang time. What could be simpler than that? Nothing could be simpler than that. Here we are. Tell you when it comes down. Now, how far is that carrying? That's carrying, I don't know, probably 20 yards longer than I would normally carry a 6-iron. Downtown, guys, downtown. Now what could be simpler than that? Now if you incorporate that, if you incorporate up the arrow line of flight yogi, you'll know when you're doing it, guys. You know when you're doing it because you'll get what we term in channel lock shoulder block. And Bob Cunningham was talking about this in Atlanta. Bob Cunningham, our master teacher in Atlanta. Super Bob, I call him. Bob's 80 plus and still got the enthusiasm of a 20-year-old. And I saw him practicing in his hotel corridor yesterday. But yeah, so we're trying to get this. And Bob was saying that when he does that, when he lays back and drives back, the club doesn't finish over here and it doesn't get out of the centre body. You can actually look through your arms. What that means, guys, is that you've had shoulder block. The shoulders have been here, they blocked. They haven't rotated off and took the arms with them. Or taken the arms with them. Australian destroying the English language again. Here we go. So here we go. You see how I get that monoma look about me? Because I'm back and the arms are firing away from my body, guys. That's just going prodigiously high. Just wow. Now if I can point the club at the target as well. And you know what's interesting, guys? Whenever I come out and do this, when I think of these things, I thought about these last night, I thought I'll put these up for the guys. Now I've done some of that yogi stuff when I was teaching yogi, but I haven't done this for so long, but I can come out here and do that straight away and get a result. Okay, I understand it. I know what I should have and I know what I should feel. Okay, JH, get the club pointing at the target. Here. Guys, that's higher than I hit my wedge. That's higher than I hit my wedge. And it's just gone miles. And you know the amazing thing, the point that I didn't make before, when the players come in that got all over the place, and I get them to do that, they go from all types of shape to immediately straight. You know why the ball flies straight? Because it's nearly impossible to hit the ball crooked when you hit up. It's nearly impossible to hit the ball crooked when you hit up. Guys, it's just this crazy thing in those mechanics that you really cannot hit the ball crooked when you hit up. I mean, you just can't. You think about it, if I'm hitting up here, where are the arms going? They're going up there and they're in front of my body. Okay, point the club at the target, JH. Let me tell you when it comes down. Come on, it could be here a while. Now, Okay, I know there are guys out there that hate it and they want to break their computer when they hear me say this. That's the best iron I've hit since I've been on channel lock. That's the most powerful, high integrity golf shot that I've hit since I've been on channel lock. And you know the great thing about my development program for me is that I get PBs, and people hate hearing that. Well, some people do. But I can keep getting PBs all the time. You know why? Because I'm developing. I'm never ever going to rest on my laurels and say that's the end of the development. I'll never do that. I'll always be, as we say in Australia, I don't know if they have it overseas, we've got a little cartoon character called Dora the Explorer. And a lot of people call me Dora the Explorer. The Dora's got a connotation in it as well, I guess. But I'm certainly an explorer. Watch this, guys. Point the club at the target. Come on. Tell you when it comes down. Now. So what does that look like? And what does that story sound like? It's got to sound like a simplistic story, but you know what? Because it is. Just point the club at the target, here, in the backswing, and hit up. And we have our two converging forces. It's called pyramidal vectoring.